Hey everyone, welcome back. Again, Patrick Albrecht with Gil Bain, project manager here at the School of Data Science, and we're gonna take a tour through the building. But we wanted to make sure we started out here on the east facade, where we have one of the signature building elements today. If you look at these 6 cruciform columns up to the beams at the roof level, that is our portico steel. In between each one of those beams, there will be 20 or 22 louver blades that will provide shading. When we end on the paver terrace upstairs, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about, but it'll be a nice area to sit. You can look over grounds and see the rotunda in the fall. It's a beautiful view and my favorite place on the job. So as we've moved around the envelope here, we've installed all of the brick on the job. We have our precast coping at the 4th floor level. And as you see here on this east facade, we're installing our 2-story curtain wall systems. We're moving into the smaller windows, which are storefront systems, here over the next couple weeks. All right, we'll take a quick walk through each floor. We're going to walk in through the east entry vestibule, through the main lobby. We'll take a look at the Capital One hub, the corporate commons, the main lobby space, and make our way up the building and end on that 4th floor. So again, we're walking through the east entry vestibule. Here on my right is a 2-story hub space. It's the Capital One hub. I mentioned it in previous videos, but where you see that stud framed wall, there will be a 2-story video wall there for presentation purposes or whatever functionality is going to be used for. We're walking through the main lobby. Finished floor in here is a terrazzo flooring system. Over to my right is the student services area. There are some offices, some quiet touchdown areas, our main elevator, reception area, a kitchenette on each floor. And as you can see, we've started installing the monumental stair, which is the spine of the building. Each one of those stair treads will have a precast terrazzo tread finish and a perforated rail. You can see some of the posts going in already. Over to my right is the corporate commons area, which is an entertaining space and a touchdown space for folks that are coming into the job site for the day, or the building for the day for that matter. All right, on the 2nd floor, on the north elevation, there is a seminar room down the building toward the Capital One hub. There's some administrative offices in the corner. Again, as you can see, this spine of the building, the monumental stair, kind of wraps up and down each floor from 1st to 2nd, 2nd to 3rd, and then in the other opening, 3rd to 4th. All right, on floors 2 and 3, on the south half of the building, we have 4 large classrooms for teaching purposes. This is the 2nd floor smaller classroom. On each end of the room, you'll have projection screens. On the north end of the room, again, projection screens. There's a raised access flooring system in this room that can kind of move around the electrical power data requirements. So you can kind of alter the functionality of this space as you work in there. As you can see, tons of natural light through these 2-story curtain wall openings that exist on all 4 sides of the building. All right, we're now in the larger classroom. Same functionality as the smaller, just about 30 more students can be taught in these spaces. So as you look overhead, you can see we've started to rough in our ductwork, our mechanical piping, our electrical conduit. It's all getting painted a dark gray color so that it hides above the cloud ceiling systems that'll be in when we move into finishes. All right, on the 3rd floor, the south half of the building is a very similar layout with those 2 large classrooms. As you can see through these studs, it's essentially the exact same layout. On my right, we have a wellness room, a couple conference spaces. On my left, a maternity room with 2 individual stalls. As we walk down this south corridor, you see over to your right, there's a wall framed right there. On the north side of that wall are faculty offices and an open office workspace. On the core of each floor, and I've mentioned this on a previous video, are our electrical, telecom, security closets, the core of the building that has all the infrastructure. I mentioned on the first floor, on the south half we have a kitchenette, but on floors 2, 3, and 4, for each floor there is a kitchenette area with a refrigerator and kind of a touchdown area for dining purposes. So the fourth floor has a very similar north layout, which would be that open office workspace and faculty offices. As we move our way around to the south, we have a recording studio, and again, some offices adjacent. The wood blocking in the walls we're installing for whiteboards and shelving, just to make sure that that's in there in the event that anything's ever hung from those walls. I mentioned the portico as being a building element or signature building element, but above this monumental stair system that we pointed out, we have 2 skylights that allow natural light all the way down from the roof level to that first floor level. 20 feet by 20 foot openings, all glass. There will be an exterior shade in the event that that's necessary, but yeah, 2 beautiful features on this building. There's a student reading room here that will be for graduate student purposes, I believe, over in the southeast corner. And then going forward, I'd like to end all of our tours here because this is my favorite view on the job and my favorite place that we've built. So here we are on the 4th floor. There will be precast pavers that will actually bring this level up to roughly a foot above where my feet are. But again, discussed earlier, this portico steel, there will be louvers in between each of these beams, roughly 20, 22. Provide shading here. There will be patio seating. And again, the best view of grounds we have on this job. The Alderman Library, the Rotunda, the IRC. And then if we look just down to the right, so to the south, via the plans, where that small wall is, you can see coming up off the concrete, there's actually a green roof that wraps the south elevation all the way back to that southwest corner. So that's our tour for today. As we move forward through framing, we'll start hanging sheetrock. Finishes move into flooring, ceilings, all of the other high-level finishes. So really enjoyed today. Thank you all very much for your time.